Leave your name and number and a brief message.
Hi, everyone. This is Skip Voros from WLUM and WBCS in Milwaukee, and I recommend DJ John Peterz for voiceovers.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Hi, I'm Skip Voros, and I'm listening to John Peterz on the Galaxy Zone Radio.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
Thanks, John. It's good to be here in the studio. One of the questions I often hear is, what role do trained storm spotters play in assisting the National Weather Service? The role they play is to provide ground truth information. By that I mean these are weather observers who are at the ground level observing cloud structures and features that could indicate possible severe weather. These trained observers look for rotating clouds that are precursors to funnel clouds. They actually look for the funnel clouds, the tornadoes, and that information also becomes reportable. They provide ground truth, real-time observations to the National Weather Service. That information is then also relayed to emergency managers and public safety agencies. Ground truth observation. Trained spotter is scanning the sky in all directions, reporting on damaging winds, severe giant softball-sized hail, extremely high winds. That information is needed so the Weather Service can issue appropriate warnings and watches.
This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring to you new color, new dimension, new values, and a new experience. Stereophonic sound.
Oh my God, it's better than I thought.
It's not radio the way it used to be. It's radio that it's supposed to be.
Hot Mix A104.
Oh, so exciting.
Awesome radio station.
Yeah, awesome. Love you guys. All right, have a good one.
I've been listening to this radio station forever. I enjoy listening to you guys.
Yeah, I have so much fun listening to you guys. I'm telling you, man. Hey, bro, you're doing a great job. Love listening to you.
And I listen to you guys every day. Y'all got a killer station.
It's like no other station I've ever listened to. It's great. Keep it up.
Holy cow. You guys are the best radio station I ever heard in my entire life. Yeah, I listen to you guys at work every day.
Dude, you're a freak, man. You're starting to really, really rock.
Hi, you guys are wonderful. I listen to you guys every morning on the way to work.
You know, y'all are the best station in the whole wide world.
You bet. Yeah, you've got a great radio station.
Oh, thank you so much. You made my whole week.
From the heart of the Windy City, it's time for Chicago's most famous show, The Morning Express. Time to shake that dust off and rise and shine to the dance station on Chicago's Our City Radio. Grab a cup of mud and crank it up. The Morning Express is ready to roll. And now, for your host of The Morning Express, here's DJ John Peterz.
We would like to become a radio and a disc jockey.
You are listening to the Galaxy Zone Radio on DJJohnPetersRadio.net. We invite you to check out our weekly show lineup, which happens every Monday through Saturday, Central Time, right here on the Galaxy Zone Radio. Morning Express with John Peterz from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Afternoon Jam with John Peterz, noon to 2 p.m. Big Daddy Radio Show with the one and only Big Daddy, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Power Drive with John Peterz from 4 to 6 p.m. Dance Tracks, Prime Time with John Peterz, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And Night Talk with John Peterz from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. All shows are aired Central Time on the Galaxy Zone Radio.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
You're waking up with the Morning Express. Here's your host, DJ John Peterz. You've been listening to the Morning Express with DJ John Peterz. Tune in every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central for more great music.
The DJ has a lot of requests to play, but he doesn't have time to play them all. So here they come. Listen carefully. You just might hear yours.
It's electric.
We're going into a break, but stay with us for more Morning Express with DJ John Peterz on Chicago Dance. From the heart of the Windy City, it's time for Chicago's most popular show, Afternoon Jam. Time to kick it into high gear, crank that lunch and crank it up. You're guaranteed to get your fill on the dance station, Chicago Our City Radio. Now here's your host of the Afternoon Jam, DJ John Peterz.
Warning, warning, warning. This will tear up your speakers. Live in the mix.
From the heart of the Windy City, it's time for Chicago's most popular show, Afternoon Jam. Time to kick it into high gear, crank that lunch and crank it up. You're guaranteed to get your fill on the dance station, Chicago Our City Radio. Now here's your host of the Afternoon Jam, DJ John Peterz.
Peterz Coast to Coast.
You've been listening to the Afternoon Jam with your host, DJ John Peterz. Stay tuned for more Afternoon Jam every Monday through Friday at noon Central, only on the Chicago dance station, Chicago Our City Radio.
DJ John Peterz.
Once upon a time, there was a hippie DJ on the radio. He left the airwaves for a while, and now he's back. It's time for the Big Daddy Show on Galaxy Zone Radio. Big Daddy, a hippie 60s DJ who wanted to be on the airwaves but never got his big break in radio. Get ready for some crazy fun right now on the Galaxy Zone Radio. And now, here's your host, Big Daddy.
Hi, everyone. This is Skip Voros, and I'm listening to Big Daddy on Galaxy's Own Radio.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. And shake it like you don't care.
From the heart of the Windy City, it's time for Chicago's hottest show. It's Power Drive. Time to punch the clock, tell the boss he's a jerk, speed out of the parking lot, and crank it up to the dance station on Chicago Our City Radio. Here's your host, DJ John Peterz.
Hello, folks. I'm Glenn Baggerly, worldwide spokesperson for Our City Radio. And we here at Our City Radio have some excellent news to pass along to you right here today. We welcome John Peterz, also known as DJ John Peterz, to the Our City Radio dance station. John has formerly been the on-air personality for Milwaukee and Chicago dance stations, and he brings to the table a wealth of knowledge of broadcast programming for your listening enjoyment, and provides exciting and informative shows to the dance station on our new platform here, right on Our City Radio. John Peterz, born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a graduate of Pius XI High School in 1981 and Broadcast Services Institute in 1982 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. John then pursued a demanding and rewarding career as a premier nightclub DJ karaoke entertainer in 1982 in Milwaukee, debuting at Mariah's in West Allis, Wisconsin, then went on to 20 dance clubs performing in the Milwaukee and Waukesha, Wisconsin areas. John was also a 15-year volunteer veteran of public access radio and television cable programming in West Allis, Wisconsin, producing and hosting a weekly cable radio show and producing, hosting, and directing public access television shows. Co-founder and owner of J&M Sound's mobile DJ services in 1985 and co-founder of the Music Captain Entertainment in 1984. Thanks again, John, for your continued dedication and programming here at Our City Radio, the dance station.
We're going into a break, but stay with us for more Power Drive on Our City Radio dance station, Chicago. Welcome back from the break. You're listening to Power Drive on Chicago Dance. That's Our City Radio.
He's crazy. She's wild.
You've been listening to Power Drive. Thanks for joining us. Tune in every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Central on Chicago Dance Station. That's Our City Radio, Chicago.
DJ John Peterz.
From the heart of the Windy City, it's time for Chicago's hottest show, Dance Tracks Prime Time. Let's turn down the lights, grab a drink, and shake a leg. This DJ is going to make you wiggle and jiggle like Jell-O on Viagra. Now your host for Dance Tracks Prime Time, here's DJ John Peterz.
Hi, I'm Tim Holt, and I'm listening to Galaxy Zone Radio.
You're listening to Dance Tracks Prime Time. Now your host, DJ John Peterz. You've been listening to the hottest show in Chicago, Dance Tracks Prime Time. Tune in every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Central, only on Chicago Dance. That's Our City Radio, Chicago.
We got it all for you.
The Galaxy Zone Radio is a fully licensed internet radio station on Live 365. Royalty payments of copyrighted music played on the station are paid to the performance rights organizations from Live 365. We welcome our listeners from the USA, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Thanks for making the switch to the all-new Galaxy Zone Radio on Live 365, DJJohnPetersRadio.net, and DJJohnPetersRadio.am.
We got it all for you. Peter's Coast to Coast.
The Galaxy Zone Radio, DJ John Peterz, DJ John Peterz Entertainment, and DJ John Peterz voiceovers are registered trademarks. All rights reserved.
You're jamming with the hottest DJ.
Hi, everyone. This is Skip Voros from WLUM and WBCS in Milwaukee, and I recommend DJ John Peterz for voiceovers.
When it comes to country music, how do you spell variety? WBCS. The all-new FM 103. Listen.
WBCS, Breakfast with Dick and Ellen. I guess everybody at some point when they were a kid collected baseball cards, I would imagine. We traded them back and forth, and I remember there was one player that nobody wanted to get. I mean, he was...
It was like the old maid.
Right, exactly, exactly. And his name was, well, he's fairly well known now, but his name was Whitey Herzog. What was wrong with him? He's the coach of the Cardinals, in fact. Well, Whitey was just not all that well known back then. And I remember he kept coming up time after time. We would go to the store and we would buy the bubble gum, and inevitably we would get a Whitey Herzog card. But he was a dog back then. Nobody wanted Whitey Herzog.
Breakfast with Big and Ellen, time 5:41.
WBCS ticket, Ellen, time 5:44.
The San Antonio Stroll, that's Tanya Tucker. I got a nice note from Lori Long, remember, at the Samaritan Home up there in West Bend?
Sure do, yeah. Next time we go up there, the nurses are going to beat the doctors.
In basketball, of course.
Still a sore loser over that.
Rick Schrader has the morning report, followed by CBS News after Billy Swan.
WBCS ticket, Ellen, time 6:22.
That's Melissa Manchester with Midnight Blue.
Oh, right now it's time for us to take a look at the mail. Oh, Herb, we got a letter from Herb. A letter from our listener. Yes, well, many of you have followed the saga of Herb and Inga with us for many, many months now. Herb and Inga have been going together for over 3 years. Herb has been trying to get Inga to marry him, so far unsuccessfully. I just have a few words of wisdom for old Herb, who has been trying so long. Herb, if it doesn't work out with Inga, just remember this. 'Tis better to have been loved and tossed than have been loved and bossed.
Thanks a lot.
And now the WBCS Milwaukee Metro weather with staff meteorologist Tom Chisholm. Tom, what's the old Chisholm factor for today?
Well, not all that great today. Actually, we're going to give today a 5, and we'll give tomorrow a 6.
I'll have one final check of the rush hour before 8:40. Thank you, Jan. Right now it's 8:20, and this afternoon with Art Roberts. He'll teach you how to play with your Reagan doll. I don't know. Also another great injustice. And he'll take a look into your glove compartment between 3 and 7 on WBCS.
Middays with Mitch Morgan. WBCS, Merle Hager. There's one for the working man. Yes. 10 minutes after 10 with Mitch Morgan here at WBCS. WBCS. Well, Ronnie McDowell's got those wandering eyes. Okay, Ronnie, you can look, but don't touch. FM 103. WBCS 1023 with Mitch Morgan. Here's Joni Mitchell. WBCS. Johnny Duncan, Janie Fricky, Stranger 1034 with Mitch Morgan. It's time now for Another Hospital. The story of a doctor, a nurse, an accountant, and the Medicare fraud that made them wealthy. When we last left our story, Clara Sue was in a dilly of a dally with Mr. Barker, the town baker and part-time mortician. Unbeknownst to Father Perryfeather, at that very moment, Private Dolence was talking like a general. That is, he was generally speaking. WBCS, words to live by from the Wright brothers. When you find her, keep her until something better comes along. Bill Betts, middays.
2:30 at WBCS with Bill Betts. Your friends are right here on FM 103. WBCS. Bill Betts on FM 103, congratulating Gene Boyd of Milwaukee and Mary Bartelt of Menominee Falls, who both had WBCS written down to win double money from the Money Man last week. Got it turned up? Written down someplace? Good for you. WBCS. Bill Betts with Don Williams and Miracles on FM 103. It's 2:10. Should be a nice weekend weather-wise. We have the weather forecast coming up for you in a couple of minutes. And that's good news, really, because tomorrow is Straw Hat Day. Did you know that? On May 15th, that's the traditional day for people to switch from felt to straw hats. If you didn't know that, it may be because nobody wears hats anymore, right? Except cowboys. And what kind of hat a person is wearing, it probably isn't that important to a cow, right?
WBCS. Afternoons with Art Roberts.
WBCS AM and FM Milwaukee. This is Art Roberts, and we're just moments away from drawing the first name on another great Thursday giveaway. WBCS, it's me that's knocking. Art Roberts at 303. I'm knocking on your door because once again we have a WBCS and Kohl's Food Store's great Thursday giveaway ready to take progress. And we have some marvelous prizes for today. We're going to have a $100 gift certificates from Kohl's Food Stores. I have 2 of those. Voigtlander pocket camera. It's complete with a flash. That's a neat little thing. I'll tell you about that later. And also, the trip for 2 to Acapulco, Mexico. WBCS, Johnny Lee. Be there for me, baby. Be there. WBCS, Art Roberts, 3:21 is our time on the 20th of May. Let's check our calendar and see some of the interesting things that happened on this date. On this very day, the first automobile driver arrested for speeding was Jacob German of New York City. He was booked and jailed on this day in 1899 for driving at the breakneck speed of 12 miles per hour. It's such a good song. It's Dave and Sugar. Tear Time on WBCS. WBCS and Mel McDaniel, Take Me to the Country. And one of my favorite songs of the week, Lee Greenwood, Ring on Her Finger, Time on Her Hands on WBCS. Love it.
Evenings with Brian Kelly. WBCS Charlie Pride, and I don't think she is in love anymore. Kind of wondering why I saw my wedding ring at the pawn shop this morning. WBCS. Brian Kelly with you tonight. This song written for Waylon Jennings and his lovely and gorgeous wife, Jessie Coulter. Done by Stevie Nicks and Don Henley. Called Leather and Lace. 9:55 with Brian Kelly. Always get requests for Elvis songs. And tonight I thought I'd play one of the slower, easy-going Presley songs. Simple little ballad that, well, you even catch Grandma and Grandpa humming to it every now and then.
You ain't nothing but
WBCS Rednecks Drinking Wine on Sunday can only be found in a town called
touch your country in the city.
WBCS FM Milwaukee, 10 o'clock with Brian Kelly and Linda Ronstadt. WBCS. Kansas City beats the Brew Crew tonight, 3-2. Ron Taylor will have a complete report on that and all the other sports stuff at 11:25 tonight. T.G. Shepard, this is Finally on WBCS. WBCS with Milwaukee's only radio soap opera, Another Hospital. Mitch Morgan brings it to you tomorrow morning at 10:35. WBCS overnights with Ty Bell.
WBCS, your Milwaukee Money Man station. Turn it up and write it down for double cash. Hello. Jazzercise. It's exercising with the music and stuff, huh? Yeah, there's something new I was reading a book about today. Aerobic housework.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have music that you wash dishes and things by, you see?
Oh.
And for enough money, I think it's for $449.95, they'll sell you a vacuum cleaner with an AM/FM radio and a tape deck on it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Going on a picnic tomorrow, are you?
Yeah.
Are you going to meet the ants there, or are you taking your own?
You asked me if the ants were coming or if I was taking my own.
Uh-huh.
I'm not worried about the ants. I'm just worried about the uncles getting there.
WBCS, if you want to get to heaven, you got to take a left at Waukesha. Bill LaBouty, James Taylor, Jennifer Warnes. Never gonna look back. Something might be gaining on me. FM 103. WBCS. Eddie Rabbit, I don't know where to start. On FM 103. WBCS 250 Ty Bell. I was talking to a lady a while ago about how everybody's all upset because the governor who did such a fine job here for many years isn't running again. And I figure, well, why mess around with this governor stuff? I mean, let's go all the way. Let's elect a king, you know? And since nobody has applied for the position thus far, I'll be happy to fill in till you elect one. And since most people are upset that political figures, you know, don't do what they promise to do, I'm telling you up front, promise you absolutely nothing. I'm taking all the bribes.
The WBCS Money Man hits the streets and comes back with winners.
Can I have your name, please?
I'm Lisa Ferrante.
Lisa, do you know who I am?
You're the BCS Money Man.
What does the WBCS Money Man do?
He comes around very nicely and gives out $50 bills because he'd like us to listen to WBCS.
Do you know how to get $100 from the WBCS Money Man?
If I have WBCS written down, and I do.
Where do you have WBCS written down?
Right in front of everybody on my cash register.
What are you going to do with the $100 you won tonight?
I have about 120 Dominican high school graduates out in the restaurant eating free pizza. This is going to go toward paying for the party.
What's your favorite radio station?
WBCS!
It's 7 p.m. on WOKY, Milwaukee. It's midnight on WOKY, Milwaukee.
Greenwich Drag-Away, Orange Crush IHRA Summer National 77. 60-second spot F series. Cut number 1, for use from start to midnight Sunday, June 26th.
Pro Sox, Dragsters, Pro Cop, Funny Cars. The Orange Crush IHRA Summer Nationals.
Great Lakes Breakaway, Union Grove, Wisconsin.
And are you ready for this? Big Daddy Don Garlitz, Ronnie Sox, Cheryl Greer, Clayton Harris, Tom Mongoose McEwen,
Jim and Allison Lee, Black Magic, Billy the Kid Step, Detroit Tiger, James Warren,
Roger Lindemood, L.A. Hooker, Marvin Schwartz, Gold Digger, General Lee Edwards, Moby Dick,
The Hustler, Roy Hill, Dale Crazy Chicken Choker, Barry Setzer, Mr. Norm.
And all the UDRA Dragsters, Pro Stocks, and Funny Cars.
In side-by-side qualifying the 4th of July weekend.
Friday of Saturday nights, 8 p.m., Sunday, 2 p.m., rain date Monday.
Plus this outstanding attraction all 3 days.
Muhammad Ali's $100,000 24-karat gold-plated movie car.
The very same car featured in Ali's life story movie, The Greatest.
And special for Friday night, adult admission, just $5.
Or $10 for your entire family, including all the kids.
If you're planning on just one race this year, make it the biggest.
The Orange Crush IHRA Summer Nationals, 4th of July weekend.
Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m., Sunday, 2 p.m., rain date Monday.
Broadway Bound, Great Lakes Breakaway, Union Grove, Wisconsin.
Advance tickets at all Ticketrons until next Thursday.
Free pit pass and free guests under 16 with all Saturday and Sunday advance tickets.
Hi, I'm Skip Voros, and I'm listening to John Peterz on the Galaxy Zone Radio.